Good evening, everyone. Just a piece of advice for all of us, for our brothers and sisters who lives overseas, especially over here in Europe. Uh, Due to certain problems that is coming up recently in most of the countries in Europe about security issues, some of the countries here in Europe, they are trying to cut off certain things that are posing security threats in their countries, in their respective countries. For example, I talked about what is going on in Germany at the moment. So, people in Scandinavia, some sort of problem also is going on in Sweden about unnecessary killings, gang killings, and all this stuff, shooting and knife and all this nonsense. So my advice to everybody is to be very, very careful. Or if you have any of your family members living in Europe or even in whichever country, try to advise them. Tell them to go away from crime. Even recently in Dubai, there's some sort of nonsense going on in Dubai at the moment that leads to a massive deportation of many people, especially Nigerians. The Dubai government did not just wake up and start to deport them. They started deportation because of what one or two, three people did that is not good. They committed some crime. So it lead them. They'd have no other option in order to try to sanitize the country. The same thing is coming to Europe. So many of them, or the countries here in Europe, they are also trying to sanitize their countries, to take away all the bad eggs as much as they can grab and send them back to wherever they come from, to deport them to their respective countries, because they don't want their citizens to be in security danger. They don't want their citizens to be worried about their security wherever they are and whenever they are outside, or when they are inside or outside. They don't want them to be feeling insecure about their lives or lives of their children. This is the reason why they have started uh, implementing stricter laws that will stop people who are committing crimes to stay in the country. So be advised and be warned. Avoid following gangs. Avoid following gangs or doing things because others are doing it. They may do and go free. Then you do your own and you don't go free. So when you are from Africa, coming to Europe, you came here alone, all on your own, or to US or to UK, wherever, or Canada or Australia or New Zealand. When you were traveling, you went alone, you traveled alone. Everything you are doing, try to emulate people that are doing bad things and try to follow them. You are deceiving yourself, because whatever you do that is wrong and you know is a crime and you still continue doing it, one day is going to come out. For example, here in Norway, if you're committing crime, they can keep quiet and be following you 5 years. They will be very, very patient just to get everything 100%, so that when they are accusing you of what you did, they are showing you evidence. They can follow you 5, 10 years without you knowing it. So if whenever you are committing crime, thinking that there's nobody seeing you, my brother, my sister, that will give you will do it just for some certain period of time, but at the end, everything will surface. So be warned, be very careful on what you do, and be very careful who you are going out with, and be very careful where you are going and what time you are going and what you are going to do, or what others are doing, even people you are sharing your house with. Be sure of what they are doing before getting yourself into them, to avoid falling into trouble you don't commit. Because the system here is that once somebody do something, they try to connect to other people who has some certain connection with the person. Either you call the person on phone or you receive a messages or all this nonsense. It's just like a chain of problems. Once they get one person, they try to connect as much people as possible that links to that person. So be very, very careful on whom you are dealing with. That is a piece of advice for all of us that lives overseas, wherever you live, as far as you don't live in Nigeria, whichever country you are living into. Try to avoid getting yourself into crimes. That is an advice for everybody. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again on my next video tomorrow morning. Bye bye, and have a lovely evening.